During an M&A process, the seller would need to set up a secure place, called data room, to store privileged and confidential info, so that potential buyers may inspect the documents and perform detailed due diligence. The data room serves as the hub for the buyer due diligence that takes place in the second round of a formal M&A sale process. It is a location, typically online, where comprehensive detailed information about the seller is stored, catalogued, and made available to pre-screened buyers. A well-organized data room facilitates buyer due diligence, helps keep the sale process on schedule, and inspires confidence in bidders. While most data rooms follow certain basic guidelines, they may vary greatly in terms of content and accessibility depending on the company and confidentiality concerns. Data rooms generally contain a broad base of essential company information, documentation, and analyses. In essence, the data room is designed to provide a comprehensive set of information relevant for buyers to make an informed investment decision about the target. At the same time, the content must reflect any concerns over sharing sensitive data for competitive reasons. Here is a standard data room index which shows what are typically catalogued in a data room, such as detailed financial reports, industry reports, and consulting studies. It also contains detailed company-specific information, such as customer and supplier lists, labor contracts, purchase contracts, description and terms of outstanding debt, lease and pension contracts, and environmental compliance certification. The seller's investment bankers work closely with the seller's legal counsel and selected employees to organize, populate, and manage the data room, while the data room is continuously updated and refreshed with new information throughout the auction. The aim is to have a basic data foundation in place by the start of the second round. Access to the data room is typically granted to those buyers that move forward after first round sale process, prior to or coinciding with their attendance at the management presentation. The data room also allows the buyer, together with its legal counsel, accountants, and other advisors, to perform more detailed confirmatory due diligence prior to consummating a transaction. This due diligence includes reviewing charters or bylaws, outstanding litigation, regulatory information, environmental reports, and property deeds. It is typically conducted only after a buyer has decided to seriously pursue the acquisition. Let's go through in detail what happens during the due diligence in second round sale process. During the second round sale process, prospective buyers are provided access to the data room. As a recap, data room serves as the hub for the buyer due diligence that takes place in the second round of the process. Some online data rooms allow users to download documents, while others only permit screenshots that may or may not be printable. Similarly, for physical data rooms, some sellers allow photocopying of documents, while others may only permit transcription. Serious bidders dedicate significant resources to ensure the due diligence is as thorough as possible. They often enlist a full team of accountants, attorneys, consultants, and other functional specialists to conduct a comprehensive investigation of company data. Through rigorous data analysis and interpretation, the buyer seeks to identify the key opportunities and risks presented by the target, thereby framing the acquisition rationale and investment thesis. This process also enables the buyer to identify those outstanding items and issues that should be satisfied prior to submitting a formal bid and/or specifically relating to the seller's proposed definitive agreement. Data room access may be tailored to individual bidders or even specific members of the bidder teams, such as limited to legal counsel only. For example, strategic buyers that compete directly with the target may be restricted from viewing sensitive competitive information such as customer and supplier contracts, at least until the later stages when the preferred bidder is selected. The seller investment banker monitors data room access throughout the process, including the viewing of specific items. This enables them to track buyer interest and activity, draw conclusions, and take action accordingly. As prospective buyers pore through the data, they identify key issues, opportunities, and risks that require follow-up inquiry. The sell-side advisor plays an active role in this respect, channeling follow-up due diligence requests to the appropriate individuals at the target, and facilitating an orderly and timely response.